Limos and Roses is a humorous and occasionally offensive podcast. All opinions are based on the bachelors and bachelorettes being in the top 99 percentile of their respective genders with regard to their physical attributes. The Limos and Roses podcast fully supports the LGBT community. Any reference to a bachelor or bachelorette's sexual preference is merely conjecture based off of observations. In other words, no offense. And thank you for listening. Enjoy.
Hello, and welcome to the very 38th podcast of Limos and Roses.
Woo! That was a good woo.
Yeah. We'll figure something else out for next season with the Zoom, because that's not reading.
Same way. Keep it. We'll fix it in post. This, of course, is the pillow fighting, awkwardly orgasmic, semi-sober Bachelorette maybe gets married podcast that you all know and love. The recap podcast over all other recap podcasts that covers season 16 of The Bachelorette. Thank you so much for showing up. As you may or may not know, this very show began with our very own Bachelor Fantasy League entitled Limos and Roses. On this podcast, I am joined by my husband,
Jet!
our buddy,
Frace.
and me. I am your host and moderator, Chelsea. Well, this episode looks really dramatic. Chris Harrison enters to let us know that Tayshia likes bold. And that we are going to head right into the date breakdown.
Breakdown.
Wow.
We have a one-on-one date competition, which is the first time we cover this on our podcast. What? So let's talk about this one-on-one date competition with the writing of an original song with a bunch of guys who are not musical, including but not limited to the boy band manager. Go to text.
We're all from a music and theater background. These guys clearly are not. I thought there would be at least one diamond in the rough. I was just going to sit here and write about how bad they were, and instead I just didn't write anything.
Yeah, one would assume if you took 10 random, attractive dudes, that at least one of them would be able to, like, casually strum a few chords on a guitar.
I don't even think these guys could play the kazoo, you know?
Now they could play the skin flute.
Skin
You
flute?
know that's true.
Or the upright organ. Well, they have been in quarantine, so they've been probably playing a lot of that by themselves.
Clearly nobody got into the guitar over quarantine. That's true.
They were like, you know what? I could learn a new language, I could learn guitar, or I could go to the gym. Everybody chose the gym this year. You know?
And she selects the guy. I mean, am I bearing the lead here? But she selects Ivan, right? Ivan wins.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay, all songs are poems. Not all poems are songs. And
Correct.
it's like, he just did a poem. And then and he won. Who won the last group date? A guy who wasn't on the group date, who jumped a fence. Like, she is like, that's the bold part Chris is talking about. So she is taking whoever goes outside the box. So, you know, I can give her props there.
I will say that I was happy that Ivan got that date, because that was, and we'll get into that, that was a awesome and delightful date.
Let's get into it now. So Ivan wins. They go back to Tayshia's room and they play all of these little kid games. I called this the little kid date in my notes. We've got Floor is Lava, which, like, I feel like everyone should play in public at least once. We've got a pillow fight with room service. There's Twister, there's Bocce, and then there's like sushi time and ice cream sundaes. Let's talk about this great guy. Ivan, the faintest clue who he is.
Well, I really like Ivan. This whole date was, can this guy be fun? I thought it was, like, kind of cool for, like, you know, clever ideas to have fun when you're quarantined, essentially. Ivan and her, I have a prediction, will be friends.
Yes, this is a potential hometown, by the way.
I don't know if he can go.
But
I think it's a potential hometown. I think he's second place. I think he's going to get his heart broke. Then they got down to some real talk. And I thought it was beautiful, honestly. I was like, no matter if they wind up together or not, this is a really magical moment for like two very intelligent people.
I did see a game they didn't show us. They showed a bowl with like little like charade style or celebrity style.
Oh.
And I was thinking, how awesome would it be if they played celebrity using all Bachelor and Bachelorette contestants from the past, and they had to like play with each other? Like that would be
should
next
play
level.
that. We should play that live.
I know. I'd have to do some research quickly, but we'd do it better than most, probably, for sure.
And then they had this amazing, Black Lives Matter. Talk.
Yeah, they go all
and
into
it was
all of
really,
it.
and it was really, really real. And I actually thought it was really important. They were really having an intelligent and emotional conversation about something that's so wildly important. They had great conversation, and I was saying, like, either they're going to be friends or they're going to wind up together, because that just seemed so real. I think I keep saying real over and over again. I was like,
no, I did that. I wrote the word real.
Some of the realest
emotions, real tears.
The realest stuff that we've caught on camera thus far. So I think she was thinking the whole time, like, my dad would like this guy.
And it's good on ABC to allow to go deep into that world, by the way.
It's not a political conversation. Tayshia doesn't want to make it a political conversation.
Right.
But there are people that take the Black Lives Matter movement as a political conversation when it's not. It's a movement.
It's life. It's humanity. It's a humanity conversation. Yeah. Right.
I couldn't agree more. Also, I feel as though like Tayshia might be my, as opposed, and I don't know if it's because she's coming off the heels of like the worst Bachelorette ever, but I was like, she might be my favorite Bachelorette ever so far.
I think I agree.
I think Ivan's going to go far, and I'm rooting for him. I like this guy a lot.
I like him a lot as well. I do. And immediately after the date, here in Texas anyway, there was an ad for Pecan Sandies. You ever had a Pecan Sandie?
They're amazing.
No, they're the worst cookie ever made. You're wrong.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna fight now.
You like Pecan Sandies?
Jet, get in the cage, get greased up, and get in the cage. We're fighting.
Yeah,
over
that's what we would do.
Sandies.
We would argue over the greatest cookie while they're all wrestling. We'd be greased up, and then we would just scream about cookies. Pecan Sandies? You like Pecan Sandies?
I do. Yes.
No way, dude. I'm surprised you're not. If you've ever eaten one, I'm surprised you're not still trying to swallow it. It's like, hey, Dad, do you like the beach? Oh, I love the beach. Would you like to taste it? Like, what are you talking about, dude? No, I don't want to eat the sand of the beach.
So, Ivan gets the rose. We see some really cute Tayshia baby pics. And then, after the commercial break, we move on to the very first group date of the episode. For this one, we have Becca and Sydney coming back. Becca, who... during COVID, broke up with Garrett.
That might be news to Frace. We just found this out the other day.
I think I heard, actually, Alicia told me about that. And I remember that they had issues even when they first got together. He had put out some, I guess, political tweets or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's basically like they didn't sync up
politically, right?
Politically, basically is what it is. Yeah. Did you know also, speaking of hot gossip, that the same has happened for Florida Georgia Line, the country
band?
group?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the two guys, they are like on polar opposites of, it's funny, like Georgia and Florida.
Oh, wow.
Literally.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're like opposing, and they said that they went to therapy about it to like get along so that they can like, keep their band together, essentially.
Yeah, and so here, let me help you out with the therapy here. Don't talk politics. How's that?
Don't talk politics.
You need a therapist to tell you that. Like the therapist isn't going to solve their political.
Here's $1,000. Here's $1,000. What do you think? Don't talk about it.
Yeah.
You've got 59 minutes and 30 seconds left of your session. What would you like to talk about? Not politics? All right, great.
Okay, well, let's have some hors d'oeuvres. I've got some pecan sandies in the corner if you're interested. That'll keep you from talking for at least 20 more minutes.
So it's a scavenger hunt date.
I started wondering if the runners-up or anything would maybe go home with Becca or Sydney. Like, why not at this point,
Well, I actually
are they still on
that.
premises?
I have something to say about that. So what I caught at the end of this date was like all the guys are like walking away from the three girls. And one guy, Graphic T, boy band. What's his name? Kenny turns around and full on checks the other two out. And I said to myself, if you've been quarantined and there's one female, and then all of a sudden there's like chum in the water, I'm like, I was like thinking, like, I think even if you're into somebody, like I got in big trouble for this. I was like, there's no way
careful.
you
got a close up going right now. I sense it.
There's no way that you don't check out the other girls. Like you'd have to put blinders on or something, because it's like, how do you not check out the other girls?
1,000,000%. I mean, dude, and not
at least an
they
up
probably
and down.
know each other. They will after this. They'll know each other. Somebody watch Sydney or Becca is going to be hooking up with one of those guys from this season at some point.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody's going to Stagecoach.
Did you see that?
I feel like I have to apologize for. I'm just like, yeah. I would just go in and just say, like, listen, I'm a guy and I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
We move into the after party nighttime portion of the date. There are a bunch of things that happen over this little snippet. There's some proposal talk with Bennett. She's not fully into it, but he'll stick around. There are pointless Blake moments. There's some like seriousness with Riley, and DeMar is fine. Kenny is Kenny. Zach has moments with her that are really, really solid. Let's go to text about this section.
Nice flirt moment in the hot tub. That was some hardcore flirting. She was basically saying, I want to make out with you right now. And he was basically like, I want to make out with you right now too. I'm going to play it cool. I'm going to play it coy. Now we're making out. She's going to kiss everybody, dude.
She's just such a great bachelorette because she gives her
playing
all to
the
every
game.
guy she's with. She's giving her all to them, though. Because in that moment, we've talked about this, she is falling in that moment. It's just about who has the long standing, the love potion number 9, who has it.
Right.
And,
I think there's an understanding too. He even said it. He was like, how can you not, like, you're sitting in a hot tub with an attractive human being.
Get the damn kiss out of the way. It's a major part of chemistry and figuring that out. And then once you've actually kind of indulged yourselves in that exchange, you can move past it and actually start listening.
I have nothing to add.
Let's go. Let's keep it simple. I like it. Because of those efforts, Zach C gets the rose.
He gets the rose.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Tayshia plays the game so well because Tayshia is not afraid to initiate kissing either. She loves the pull them by the face and bring them to her move.
Correct.
And then Ben is spiraling and Ed is spiraling simultaneously.
Yeah. So we go back at the ranch, which is so Ben is being weird. It's followed by Ed being weird, which is obvious that that's how it always seems to be these days. And Ed ends up doing the Frace dream by knocking on Chris Harrison's door. Let's talk about this beautiful Ed moment with Chris Harrison and the nice guy, good guy that Tayshia's into, Ben.
We know it's staged, but I loved every minute of it. Ed's acting was great. Chris was like, I'm Chris Harrison.
I wrote on here, Frace is, I said specifically, Frace will kill me on this, but Chris Harrison is a great many things. Acting is not what is great at many things, but acting is not one of them.
He failed in bringing the truth to that scene. But then I was like, a bottle of wine. Can we go? Like, I thought for sure it was going to be
the bourbon would break out or something.
Yeah, single malt.
You're telling me Chris Harrison doesn't have his own bourbon line? He probably has a vineyard. Maybe that's
the other thing I was thinking. I was like, missed opportunity to plug whatever alcohol is like your brand or whatever.
Because he can afford it, dude. That guy's a wealthy dude.
So let's talk about Ben. How do we feel about Ben? Go to text.
I don't have any thoughts on Ben. I feel like maybe there's an attraction there. He's kind of a dud. This was the thing I was going to say. I was like, somebody like Ivan, who she's like actually like into like on other levels other than physical. If you're going to keep, the game that I've always thought the way to play it is you keep the person, obviously you keep the person that you're super into, and then you keep 3 people that you want to sleep with.
Yeah, we're not going to fault them for that,
Chelsea, what do you think? Do you think that's the gameplay?
If I were the Bachelorette, I feel like you would know.
I would talk like this.
I would talk like this.
That would be amazing.
To watch me. Everybody would watch my Bachelorette. I would definitely know my hometowns early on. I feel like I think that is kind of like the end game, and I might be undecided because you do spend so little time with these people.
fantasy suites should be before hometowns.
You and I both agree on that. Yes.
Yeah.
I think they don't want to have to, I think they don't want to have to deal with the awkwardness of fathers and mothers knowing. Because there's always that secret not knowing, even though, you've never say, yeah, we're sleeping together, Mom. You would, but it would be a big drop. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, he got some champagne and strawberry scent. That was pretty smooth. If you're you might as well cap it off with something with free room service. Let's go.
I was thinking if that conversation went poorly, how awkward that would have been if he's like, I have champagne and strawberries. And then he's like, no, go, not now.
No. Like, I would have said to the guy who brought the room service earlier, hey, send these over to Sydney's room. And then I would have gone right from her. And then if that failed, I'd go, is Becca around?
Stop it.
Hey.
All right.
My move would have been send this to the PA over there.
No, you would have been like, send this right back to Chris's room where I just was.
You're right.
There you go. Frace, Chris Harrison, and champagne and strawberries, dude.
And I'd come back and I'm like, I'm in love.
Yes. Love isn't sexual.
From a mountaintop.
Love isn't sexual. It's euphoric. It's an emotion beyond our physical being.
Okay, we have to move on.
Sure.
All right, so there is a cocktail party coming up, so we should probably change into our cocktail attire for Frace's fashion corner.
Too sexy for
Oh my
love.
gosh, we're back in the corner. I couldn't be more excited. Guys, I'm excited this week because a lot of great fashion, and also I got a new sweater, so thank you so much. Old Navy, who would have thought? Anyways, if you're listening to Old Navy, you're not so old anymore. I feel like this is fresh new Navy. Okay, here's the thing. Chris Harrison is dressed down at the beginning of this episode, and I love it because Chris Harrison can do no wrong. I'm going to drink champagne with him in a suite one day. I just know it's going to happen. Okay, here's the other thing. Tayshia looks amazing in yellow. I mean, that's like saying like Tayshia looks amazing in pretty much every color that she puts on her body because her skin tone is out of control. What is her moisturizing technique? We need to know. Tayshia, let us know if you're listening. We need to know your beauty techniques because you are a stunner. She's got a cute blue satin cami on and a belted jogger that I love this look. That's later on. I think that's on it's not a one. Oh no, that's when the floor is lava. Oh, that's such a cute look for floor is lava. I love that, Tayshia. Here's the other thing. The off-the-shoulder white top and the hair in the bun, great on Tayshia. She's also got sage shorts and a high-waisted belt. I love high-waisted belts and these like little shorts numbers. A lot of the women are wearing them on The Bachelorette, and I'm all about it. Claire wore it too. I'm sorry to bring up her name, but she has good fashion, okay? Tayshia's fashion's better. Becca's jean romper, I'm into. Sydney comes in a strong number 3. I love Chris Harrison's sunglasses. Guys, check them out. If you find out where they are, I want them. Please buy me a pair. Christmas is coming. Also his watch. I just want Chris Harrison. Oh, I said it out loud. I want Chris Harrison for Christmas. Okay.
I just love that you started this. I love that you started this whole episode off with telling Alicia, "Hey, do you want to listen in on this? Hey, do you want to listen in?" As you casually keep throwing in "Christmas is coming."
She left the room. She's like,
okay, sure.
There's a bathing suit. It's a one-piece. It's got a bow in the back, which you guys probably missed because she had shorts on over it. But I did a little research after the episode, found out it's got an adorable bow on the back end that I'm just like, yes, way to go, Tayshia. And it's a one-piece, which I find classy and sexy. I mean, we know what she's working with. She could have sported the bikini look, like when she came out, like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but this time it was like a little bit more classy. I like that move, Tayshia.
Oh yeah, the one piece is the move of the hot ladies going, I can relate to regular people.
Yeah, I can be regular too. And also these PJs on Tayshia, neon melon joggers. Is that what I wrote? Neon melon? I don't know. Anyways, I love the look. Chris Harrison, the tracksuit when he answers the door and it's Ed. He's got like on this it's like a Nautica tracksuit or something like that. Hilarious in my opinion. I think it was like he was like, I'm going to put on a ridiculous tracksuit and the world's going to love it. No, the world's not going to love it. Andrew's going to love it, and I'm wearing this for Andrew. Frace, that is. My favorite suit is it goes to Bennett for the rose ceremony. He has an amazing suit. Go check it out. And then Tayshia's dress is stunning. I love the texture on this. There's no cleavage and there's no back. She doesn't need to show off all of her goodies all the time because she's classy. And when you've got beauty, you should flaunt it.
Well, as Frace tiptoes out of the corner with the rest of us. We're going to be taken out of the corner and right into a pop quiz.
Oh wow!
Well, let me do
Good
Jets fashion.
moves.
Let me do Jets fashion corner real quick. And
Please
here we go.
Please do.
Do Kenny's shirts have buttons?
I was thinking about that too, Jet. I was like, how many buttons? Like,
I feel like he's like, it's like he's doing a dare, and they're going, let's wait until somebody actually says something. How long will it take for someone to go, so what's up, dude?
Question number 1. If Tayshia chooses Ivan and moves in with him after this show, where in the U.S. will she be moving?
Oh, Southern California?
Orange County?
He's from Dallas, guys.
Oh.
Why
Oh,
were
she
they
was the
talking
Southern
about-
Californian, I think. She was. And she was like, I grew up
Okay.
there, and that's where I had like my million Filipino high school friends.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. What if it's not Ivan and it happens to be Ben? Where would she be moving?
Philadelphia. I have no idea.
Oh, that's a good guess. I'm going to go Atlanta.
Oh, wow. Not very far. She's from Santa Ana. She would be moving to Venice, California.
Oh.
Okay. Wow.
What was Tayshia's former profession before she was on The Bachelor?
Ooh. I'm going to go
That's a good
with...
question.
Yeah, it is a good question. I'm going to go with an anesthesiologist. What's the one that we called? What is Ariana?
Anesthetician?
Esthetician. Esthetician, not an anesthesiologist.
Jet, I swear I was going to say the exact same thing.
Okay, well, let's go with
So
it.
I'm going to go with it. All right.
Esthetician.
Anesthetician.
No.
What is she?
She was a phlebotomist.
That was my second guess. Dude, I should have gone my second since you took it.
I know.
Whatever it's called.
Right? Okay, so.
Archaeologist.
Now we're going to.
Architect. Aardvark.
All right, so we're heading into the rose ceremony cocktail party.
Ooh.
And Noah has a rose, and the guys are pissed about it. Ivan and Zach also have roses, but Ben kind of crushes it by stealing her first. Go to text.
Yeah, I said, what a surprise. He did exactly what she told him to do, and then they start kissing.
Yes.
And she's like, guys, chill out. Noah is not a threat. He's not some sort of villain. He's a funny, nice young guy that I like hanging out
and
with.
she's like, I'm not even picking him,
goof.
but I'm going to keep him going forward because he's fun. And he's
like,
nice to look at. They don't all have to be the love of her life. Come on, guys. Like, this is the game that's being played. I think Noah came on this show, and he's done what he meant to do. He intended to do all this time. He played the game. He had the mustache. He did it up fun. He made himself known to the Bachelorverse. He knows he's guaranteed for paradise, worst case scenario. And he had the stash. He shaved it. And he's like, oh, it's not that I'm not into Tayshia. I'm just not necessarily I don't really care, basically. I'm 25. I'm here to have a good time. Let's go to paradise. And I think that he did a good job of making the show fun. They brought on somebody they knew would play the game in a cool way. And he's not as much of an idiot as people are passing him off as. He knows what he's doing. I do also think, in addition to that, with all these guys here, Brendan, who was an early, I don't want to say front runner, but we hadn't used that term yet. I just
Ding, ding, ding.
flew out.
Yeah.
But I caught myself. But front runner and boning. We need to get some more boning up in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we haven't heard the boy yet this season.
Someone's got a tortilla.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you know what? I'll just start casually just going bone for no reason, dude. So anyway, so Brendan, he has the divorced guy. He has like an oddly depressing demeanor. It's like, did you get divorced yesterday? I mean, I know that it's tragic and sad, but like, dude, you got to get into this world now. You established the divorce thing. Last week, he reiterated the fact that they're both divorced. This week, he comes and sits next to a fountain, holds her hand, and just, I don't know, he's got this like kind of like ho-hum, sad world about him that I think he's going with the pity party, Rose. He's getting the pity party. But I think she's also kind of attracted to him because she was initially.
Sorry, was
like
this the guy that she was on the first date with?
Yeah, the very first one. Yeah, the divorce guy. That went wonderfully. It was a great date. But I don't know. I think that guy, again, he hasn't left that. He should have been like, okay, I've released all that, the demons. Now I can relax into the fun of the show. And I don't think he's done that.
Yeah.
And I think it's weird. It's too
So
serious.
that guy's really nice, but Ivan is nicer.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and
like-
Ivan would play the lava game. Brendan would be like, I don't know. Let's just sit over here and let's talk about our divorces.
I don't know. Yeah, my ex-wife loved lava.
Yeah, I've been burned before.
Yeah.
And he would try and bank off.
I don't-
I'm
I don't-
punny.
Yeah, I don't like walking on unstable ground. You know.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's
There
tread
you- oh,
let's
that-
tread let's
Yeah,
tread
we're all-
lightly.
We do have the puns on this show. Maybe we should just do a pun show.
Here's the thing. I couldn't come up with the puns for Chris Harrison's line of wine, but when it comes to lava, sure.
Yeah, his would be called Wine and Roses. WHINE. Wine and Roses. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
When Tayshia says, "I will gladly walk you outside," in my mind, I was like, "That's a little naughty. I think I want to go outside
when she went
and
in.
teach her.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
when
want to
she
be
went-
scolded. I want to be scolded by Tayshia.
So you're at the scolding. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's scolded.
I'm at the scolding. Yeah.
So, that being said, I think it's time that we march on into the favorite game show of the pod, a Rose Rundown!
Whoa! We're gonna be diving into rose bushes? I'm gonna need to put on some bug spray.
It's thorny in these bushes. Ooh,
Oh my God.
it's thorny.
Okay, so let's start off with Ben.
Showed up.
Free room service works every time.
Easy.
Easy choice.
Like Sunday morning.
Riley.
I wrote Attorney General, but I'm not sure why.
Yeah,
Is that an autocorrect?
I forgot about him. Attorney General. Maybe is he an attorney? Maybe Riley's an attorney.
Is he an attorney? Is he a lawyer?
He is
That
a-
might be the
I don't
case.
know.
I forgot about him. I just wrote forgot about him.
Brendan.
Oh, I wrote First Date.
He must be a good kisser.
Bennett.
Duh.
Get that cape ready for paradise, dude, because Superman's coming. I mean, he is coming
Yeah.
to paradise.
All right, Blake.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. I still think it's a producer rose.
Oh, DeMar.
Turtleneck at the La Quinta?
I just
hot?
did not see this one coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spencer.
I wrote, he's the original like. You know, like
Yeah.
that was her first, I like this. Did he get the first impression, Rose?
Haven't seen him in 3 episodes. That's what I wrote. Haven't seen him in 3 episodes. So I,
He's
I have nothing bad
fallen
to say about him.
Yeah.
He's Zac Efron, you know.
All right, our final rose of the evening goes to Ed with the salmon sport coat.
We say it every time. It's producer Rose.
Yeah, poor Ed. And that's not salmon. I'm not going to give him the salmon cred. That was
Yeah.
pink.
That was pink.
It was almost hot pink.
I said Ed is such a pawn in this game of Tayshia chess. You know,
Yeah, it's so true. I just think he's out of his league in all of this, you know.
I think he's just harmless.
So we say goodbye to Hands Over Your Hearts, Origami Joe,
We'll see him in paradise. That's 100%. He was so
Rapid
cool.
T. Kenny,
Yeah.
oh, Professor Jordan, and Chasen, the Val Kilmer that we all know and loved so well. May they rest in
Mhm. Joe had the best ever classy goodbye too.
I agree. He said he hoped that she find something like, I hope you really find what you're looking for. This has been awesome. What did he say?
All of these guys are great. Like, again, throwing it back to how great
That's
Yes.
what he said.
they are.
That was the
Yes.
part that I loved. Yeah, a lot of guys always say, "I hope you find what you're looking for," type thing. That's a pretty standard goodbye. But I actually love the fact that he said, "These guys are great." Like, that's a baller move, and like, it just makes me want. I'm like, I want to be friends with this guy. You know. So-
Like,
100% agree.
any of these guys, you're in good hands. Like,
And I do
Yeah.
agree with him actually, because we've talked about this at length at this point. This is the best crop of dudes we've ever had that weren't like, I mean, I know it's a comedy podcast, but sometimes, you know, you don't want to force comedy. Like maybe every now and then you talk about Pecan Sandies and like it's these guys make it tough to be truly hard on them. You know, they're good guys. They really are.
do you guys have any more
Amazing.
words to say outside of that? This has been
Jet
And Frace.
And Chelsea, leaving you with these parting hashtags. Hashtag show up, hashtag boobs, hashtag hot tub time, hashtag pecan sandies, hashtag Chris Harrison for Christmas, hashtag fashion corner, hashtag Zoomcast, hashtag smoke show, hashtag pop quiz, hashtag La Quinta, hashtag Noah, hashtag origami Joe, hashtag puns. We are all here for the right reasons. Goodbye, everybody. Actually,
Hold on,
no,
dude.
Frace, what were you going to be for Halloween?
I think it goes without saying.
Oh.
What do you like? If you had to guess what I should go as,
Big Kyle.
Big Kyle. I was gonna say it's not big.
I was gonna go somewhere.
I messed up the joke.
Get me out of the joke corner.
Exactly.
Puns.
Take me to Chris's
out.
suite and bring in Little John.
There you go. The phrase is going to be Lil Jon for Halloween. That's what we just learned.
Okay,
Dude, I'm at
okay.
1%. I'm at 1% on the computer.
Everybody!